One day, a beautiful woman suddenly appeared in a boy's house. She could walk through walls and disappear at will, and nobody else could ever touch her. At first, the boy couldn't even see her, until the day his ex-girlfriend moved out. She tore down a talisman that was meant to keep away spirits. That's when the girl showed up in front of John for the first time. He freaked out, thinking he'd seen a real ghost, but as soon as he saw her cute face, he let his guard down. The girl admitted she really was a ghost, but she had no intention of scaring people. In fact, when John and his ex moved in, that talisman they put up had tortured her for years. The girl explained that after she died, she got trapped in this house. That talisman almost wiped her out completely. The more she talked, the angrier she got. She tried to slap John, but her hand just passed right through his face. John fainted on the spot. He didn't wake up until the next morning. He thought it was all just a dream, but the pain on his face felt way too real. His female coworker asked what happened. John couldn't tell her the truth. She laughed and took a picture, but in the photo, John's face was covered in a strange black shadow. John started to get scared, so he went to a shop and bought some incense. He rushed home and lit it up, praying for forgiveness and begging the ghost not to haunt him. But the girl appeared again. Apparently, she actually liked the smell of incense. She apologized for slapping John before, and acted much friendlier this time. Her cute look made John feel a lot less scared. After that, John got used to sharing his home with a ghost. Every time he came home, he'd bring incense, but his room was always full of smoke. The girl could tell John was being nice. She started showing her softer side. She wanted to cover John with a blanket when he got cold, but her hands just went right through him. She tried using her powers to pick up the blanket, but the weird rustling sounds startled John awake.
おっさんはおとなしくしてくれって言ったよね。なんか言ってよ。
うちはそんな責められるようなことをしたんでしょうか。
The girl felt really upset. She went to the balcony by herself. John saw the blanket and realized he'd blamed her for nothing. He went out to the balcony to apologize, but found her in tears. He panicked, not knowing how to comfort her, so he just made small talk. Finally, the misunderstanding was cleared up. After that, they became close friends who could talk about anything. John still didn't understand why the girl couldn't leave the apartment, so she gave him a demonstration. She walked through the wall toward the door, but the next second, she was forced back into the room. John was stunned. No matter how many times she tried, she just couldn't leave. The girl sighed and said, being a ghost might sound cool, but she really wanted to see the outside world. To help her, John decided to investigate how she died, because only by finding out her true identity could he figure out why she was trapped here. He went to the rental agency to ask about former tenants, but the agent refused, saying it was private information. Back home, John was still curious about her ghostly powers, so he bought a bunch of drinks. Surprisingly, the girl gulped them all down. She could even taste the flavors. It was the first time she tasted human food. Just as John was about to pour her another, he noticed the drink she finished somehow reappeared in the cup. The girl explained, in the ghost world, anything from your old life is useless. You might feel hungry or thirsty, but you don't actually need to eat or drink. Even if you consume something from the real world, it doesn't really get used up. That's why